Shalom, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Kwakadash, and double honor to the apostles of James, and to the bishops, the elders, and all the sincere brethren that labor in the truth like unto will, and to all the sincere brethren and sisters that listen to the truth. And I pray this may be another edifying lessons to the flocks, and whether the Most High want to this message, let it be heard. And before we begin the lesson, I will introduce the true name of the Father, which is Yahweh. And the names mean He exists, and the true name of the Son is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, which means the Redeemer or the Deliverer, and is only coming to redeem His people, which is the nation of Israel. And in today's age, we identify them as the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans, which scattered in all four corners of the world, and looks like they're the nations, and also practice the custom of the other nations. And with that, that'll be it for the introduction of the lesson. And today's lesson is basically Deuteronomy 31 and part 2. So yesterday I did part 1, which is basically a recap of basically Moses is getting ready to pass the torch to Moses as the leader of the nation of Israel, because he's 120 years old, and he's giving Joshua instructions how to deal with the nation of Israel, and also saying basically what is God's purpose for the nation of Israel. So that's basically it for it. And also, before Moses died, the Heavenly Father revealed that basically the nation of Israel will basically start going off and turn it back to the Heavenly Father Yahweh. So let's see where we stop. So we stopped at 15 yesterday, and so today we're gonna pick up from there. Deuteronomy 31 and 16. The Lord, which is all cap, that's the Heavenly Father Yahweh, said to Moses. So the Most High said to Moses, right? You are about to die and join your ancestors. So basically, the Heavenly Father Yahweh told Moses that look, you're gonna die and you're gonna join your fathers, basically. After you are gone, these people will begin to worship foreign gods. So basically, the Heavenly Father told Moses, look, man, once you die, these people, which is the Israelite, they're going to start they're going to start worshiping false gods, basically gods of the other nations, the gods of the land where they are going. So basically, they're going to serve those false gods of the land that they go into. Basically, whatever gods the nations were worshiping, so the nation of Israel are going to start doing that. They will abandon me and break my covenant that I have made with them. So basically, they're gonna turn their back on the Heavenly Father Yahweh and break the law that the Most High made with them, like the covenant, like the pact, the contract that the Most High made with them. Guess what? Those people, they're gonna break it. Then my anger will blaze forth against them. So basically, the Heavenly Father anger is gonna be kindled. He's gonna have like a great anger. He's gonna be furious, basically. I will abandon them. So basically, the Heavenly Father gonna turn his back away from the people, hiding my face from them, and they will be devoured. So basically, the Heavenly Father gonna turn his back, gonna hide his face from them, and they're gonna get devoured, which means they're gonna catch hell. The Most High, whatever happened to the nation of Israel, the Heavenly Father Yahweh is not gonna listen to the people, and we'll witness this to all people in this lifetime, especially when we were in hardcore slavery. The Heavenly Father Yahweh completely turned his back away from us, man, and he let the other nation devour us, primarily the nation of Esau. And this nation is still devouring us right now, man. However, the Heavenly Father Yahweh wake up a certain percentage of his people to show his mercy unto the nation of Israel. Terrible trouble will come down on them. So there's going to be great peril going to happen unto the people. And on that day, they will say, these disasters have come down on us because the Heavenly Father Yahweh is no longer among us. So basically, when that day come, so basically when that day come, which is the day of trouble come, right? They're gonna acknowledge. They're gonna be like, look, man, all these troubles are coming onto us because the Heavenly Father Yahweh turned his back on us. Yeah, the Heavenly Father is not with us. Yeah. At that time, I will hide my face from them on account of all the evil they commit by worshiping other gods. So basically, on that time, the Heavenly Father said, "Look, man, I'm gonna turn my back on them because of all the evils they have done." Basically, in all the gods that they've been worshiping. So we know the Heavenly Father Yahweh is a jealous power. Because of that, the Most High is gonna turn His back on His people and let them catch all this hell. So write down the words of this song and teach it to the people of Israel. So both the Most High told Moses to write down this write down these songs and teach it to the children of Israel. Help them learn it, so it may serve as a witness for me against them. So the Most High told Moses to help them learn it, so he can serve as a witness against them, basically against the children of Israel. For I will bring them into the land I swore to give their ancestors. Basically, the Most High says he's gonna bring them to the land that he swore to give to their ancestors, which is basically their forefathers, basically. A land flowing with milk and honey. So basically, that's a land flowing with milk and honey. You know, a lot of Jakes that live outside the U.S. when they come to America, Babylon the Great, they always, especially, well, I'm a Levite, so basically a lot of Levites, you know, when they from Haiti, they catching him, right? And when they come to Babylon the Great, they always thought like Babylon the Great basically he's gonna find like gold in the street and milk and honey. You know, until they come to Babylon the Great, they say they catch even more hell than they were in Haiti. So basically, the land of Israel basically was the land flowing with milk and honey. There they will become prosperous. So basically, the nation of Israel become like a very prosperous nation, and to the point that they turn their back on the Most High, Yahweh. They eat all the food they want and become fat. So basically, they were living lavishly. They eat any food all food that they like, and they become fat. But they will begin to worship other gods. So basically, they start worshiping other gods, basically, which means gods of the other nations that was dwelling there. They will despise me and break my covenant. So basically, they start provoking the Heavenly Father Yahweh and break the Most High's covenant, which is the law that He gave them. And when great disasters come down on them, this song will stand as evidence against them. So basically, when there's like when there's disasters, when there's troubles that come into the nation of Israel, this song will stand as evidence against them. You know, the Most High did predict that, tell Moses that, hey, the people are gonna turn their back against me. They're gonna start worshiping false gods. So I'm gonna give you this song and make them learn it. So when that happened, they can. It was a couple verses prior to that. So when that happened, this will serve as a witness for me against them. That's what the Most High told them in verse 19. So when we read in verse 21, so that's what and when great disasters come down on them, this song will stand as evidence against them. So basically, when they start doing that, this song become an evidence of what the Most High told them earlier, for it will never be forgotten by the descendants. So this is not going to be forgotten by the descendants. I know the intentions of these people. So the Most High knows His intention. How did the Most High know His intentions? Because we are His people. He created us. He knows our behaviors and everything. I know, even now, before they have entered the land I sought to give them. So the Most High even know our intention even before we even enter the land that He gave us. Now my phone froze. Give me 1 second. Let's restart again. Okay, let's go back. Even now before they have entered the land I sought to give them. 22. So that very day Moses wrote down the words of the song and taught it to the Israelites. So basically that same very day, the Moses wrote down that song and taught it to the nation of Israel. 23. Then the Lord commissioned Joshua, son of Nun, with these words. So basically, the son of Nun, with these words, be strong and courageous, for you must bring the people of Israel into the land I swore to give them. I will be with you. So basically, now basically the Heavenly Father Yahweh give because so Moses is gonna pass so very soon. So basically the Most High give Joshua charge of the nation of Israel, and he told him, be strong and courageous. For basically because you're gonna be bringing these people to the land that he promised to give it to those forefathers, basically that is so to give them, and he said, I will be with you. So basically Joshua's not gonna be alone. Basically, when Moses had finished writing this entire body of instruction, when Moses had finished writing this entire body of instruction in a book, he gave this command to the Levites who carried the Ark of the Covenant. So basically, when Moses done writing that instruction that the Heavenly Father told him to write him, he gave it to the Levite, because the Levite was a priest. They was going to be the one that's going to use that instruction and teach it to the nations. So he gave them to the Levites, who carried the Ark of the Covenant. Take this book of instructions and place it beside the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord Yahweh, your power. So basically, he'd say, take this instruction and put it beside the Ark of the Covenant, so it may remain there as a witness against the people of Israel. So basically, so it can be there, so it can stay there as a witness to the people, to the children of Israel. Basically, it gets to remain there as a witness against the children of Israel. For I know how rebellious and stubborn you are. So basically, the Heavenly Father knows that the nation of Israel is a stubborn and stiff-necked people. Even now, while I'm still alive, basically that's what Moses taught. He said he know the children of Israel are rebellious and stubborn. Even now, while I'm still alive and I'm here with you, you are rebelled against the Lord Yahweh. So basically, Moses said, even now, even in my last days, my last few hours before I die, you people are still rebellious and stiff-necked. That's what Moses is saying. You have rebelled against the Lord. How much more rebellious will you be after my death? So Moses basically was saying that in anger. It was like, he probably like, damn, dude. Even now, on my last day, he probably said like that, man. I'm about to die. I almost said the N-word, man. You people are rebellious and very stubborn, dude. So what about when I'm dead now? So that's what Moses said when he was giving that instruction to the Levites. And you gotta know, man. Well, you can tell who the nation of Israel in today's age, man. If we Negroes, so-called Latino, the so-called Native Americans are not Native Americans, and the Native Americans are not the true Israelites, then I don't know who it is then. How much more rebellious would you be after my death? So Moses was like, how much more rebellious would you be after my death? Now, summon all the elders and officials of your tribes, so that I can speak to them directly and call heaven and earth to witness against them. So basically, Moses gathered all the elders, man. He called for all the elders, man, of the elders and officials of the tribes, so he can speak directly to them and call heaven and earth to be to witness against them. Basically, I know that after my death you will become utterly corrupt and will turn from the way I have commanded you to follow. So basically, Moses was straightforward with them. He was like, look, I know after my death, you guys are going to be corrupted. And you're going to turn away from all the commandment I have commanded you to follow. In the days to come, disaster will come down on you. So Moses was like, look, man, on the days that are coming, there's going to be disasters that's going to fall on you. For you will do what is evil in the Lord's sight. So basically, you're going to do wickedness in the Heavenly Father's sight, making him very angry with your actions. So basically, he said, you're going to make the Most High angry with your actions. The sons of Moses in verse 30. So Moses recite this entire song publicly to the assembly of Israel. So basically, Moses recite that song publicly, basically to the assembly of the entire nation of Israel. So that's it for the lesson, man. So I pray that's another edifying lesson of flocks, and whether the Most I want to hear this message and let it be heard. And with that, I could say, Shalom.